Hello everybody.
Okay, we've got Luke's 2013 Gladiator Beast deck.
Inspired by, there was this Gladiator Beast at the top 8 in Florida Regionals, and I saw it on the ARG webpage, and I was just like...
This isn't the same build, it's not net decks, but it's similar.
No, I've been playing with Glads for ages. I've given them another go because I've had a revelation. Not maining any MSTs.
Yes.
Only having Heavy Storm and siding MSTs, and it's... Although I've played, Heroes, Madolches and Light Sworn-Stays, so they're not
trap-based,
competitive or trap-based, yeah. They're not. Like Heroes, alright.
Can't just go with the deck.
But yeah, it's made a world of difference setting Laquari in a Forbidden Lands rather than Laquari
and an
MST, which doesn't save it.
Okay. So lay out the monsters then.
Yeah, alright then. I'll tell you to stop over here. There we go. Right, so 2 Laquari, 2 Darius, Request, Bestiary, Retieri, Mamillo,
so
Triple Andal, they're the Glads.
Don't need to say much.
2 Laquari I didn't really like, but I think you need it in this kind of build, and I'll show you why. With the traps, that's my tech, rather than a second Equest, which I don't like, because Equest is very weak, and this you can just have massive explosive plays.
Well, you drew against the Madolche player, didn't you? And
yeah. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, I drew against Al, and it's just so explosive, and it really combos well with certain cards in the deck.
Why 2 Test Tyrants or 3?
They just get very clumpy.
You don't need 3.
No, it's just...
They're not always live and you don't always want to tag.
It is a really good card, but
especially
if you're already winning, it is a win more card.
That's why you don't have 2 Prisma and 3 Test Titles, because it's not about that, but they're nice text.
I really do that anyway. I do it more with
Rabbit. I was about to say, it's also good with Rabbit.
It was
only 2.
Like I did it against you just now. I went Rabbit, Double Andal, Test Tyrant to Bestiary into Geyserus, and then it's even better with Prisma, because you can obviously drop
Bestiary in the grave, Call of the Haunted or whatever. Okay, next.
Yeah, so those are the monsters.
That's your monsters, aren't it?
Standard, fairly standard lineup. There's no text or anything there.
No, you did run Gauze, but you decided not to.
No, I don't like it, because I had a Call of the Haunted Saddleboard game, and I'm like, no, and I don't want it to stop me from playing traps, which is obviously the main
And of course you've got more continuous traps, which you'll see later on as well.
The Magic's a fairly standard, just Reborn Hull. I got 1 tech Soul Taker, because I found that worked.
Is that to get over things like Shining and things?
Well, just anything like that. I think
there are big boss
monsters. Like Thunder King and things like that. I think it helps to get over things like that, so you can start attacking Storm, Book.
Another Book is another thing to get over big monsters.
Yeah,
to bounce them.
I don't really like Book, but it is. I used it. I made a direct attack with a Retieri. I'll play Deep Prison. I played Bookman and put it down, and then I had a Wobbuck, and then I set Wobbuck. He attacked straight into it, and I flipped Wobbuck, and then I could tag, and that just made all the world difference.
Would you have anything else over Book of Moon at all?
Possibly, but Book of Moon is obviously still a very good card. The thing I don't like about it is that if I attack,
what about something like a Mind Control?
No, I wouldn't have Mind Control.
No,
it doesn't. I don't like all these lumpy cards sitting in my hand. I'd rather have them on the field.
Got you.
But things like Book of Moon, the thing I don't like is obviously if you attack and then you play Book of Moon, try and flip the monster face down, they can just chain D Prison or something, and then you lose your monster and lose Book of
3
Moon.
Lance instead of 3 MST.
Well, Lance obviously you can play in the damage step, and also you can use it if they've got, if you make Geysers or something and they bottomless trap all it, you can just chain Lance. You've lost nothing.
Yeah.
So those are the Magics, pretty standard. Like I said, no MST. I've got them in the side for things like Skill Drain and Royal Decree and things like that. Traps, lots and lots of traps.
As should be with Gladiator.
120 Tribute.
Because field presence is important.
Well, that's right, you're swarming a lot, but I like a bit of mass removal, and 120 Tribute is good. It's better. It's ultimately superior to Mirror Force. Solemn, 2 Solemn Warning, 1 Starlight Road. I don't like 2 Starlight Road.
No.
Because I always draw them both, and they don't help.
No.
I like 1 tech to
you've got Solemn
heavy.
as well for heavy.
Yeah.
But once heavy's used up, Starlight Road is... unless you've got 2 monsters you can play, they play Dark Hole.
Bottomless Trap Hole. I'm doing that early on against the Mirror Force.
But what I'm saying is it's mainly there for heavy anyway.
Yeah.
You'd save it for heavy, but once heavy's used up, what I'm saying is you don't need 2.
No.
Because once heavy's used up...
No. No.
If they do hit your cards and then you draw both of them, it's like, oh, right.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to run in a Mirror Force me.
Exactly.
And of course, you need 2 Stardust in the side then as well.
Which you haven't got
room for. Yeah, okay, carry on.
I mean, some people like to, that's personal preference. I bloody love these things.
Wobbegoo,
Because, I mean, you just get stuck with
would
them.
Would you run Sekitor since you run Wobbegoo?
No. Because you can't tag.
Okay.
No.
Some people run those in combo, but I know it's just
I think that's too hard to pull off.
Okay.
Personally, some people might
but
like
good chainable protection. Wastes their MST and they just chain Wobbegoo.
Or they try and OTK me and just chain Wobbegoo. It's brilliant. I love doing it. It's so easy and I get to tag.
There are quite a few OTK decks out there as well.
Well, I mean, things like Wine, they go blah blah blah, Magician Shark, blah, 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 and they do their repeated generic move and they go Shockmaster Trap, okay, chain Wobbegoo.
Yeah.
And then,
job done.
And then that's it. Two-Horn the Phantom Beast. I flipping love this card. It gets so many people.
Good with Andor, especially in Laquari.
Oh yeah,
that's why you run 2 Laquari.
You got obviously 2 Laquari. You got the 2 Darius and the 3 Andor. And don't forget, Esadari and Heraclinos are both obviously Beast Warriors, Beasts and Beast Warriors. Sorry, it's Beast. So I mean, you could plan that to mega attack. But I was playing
It's more the drawing cards as well.
Well, yeah, because Gladiator is obviously a very slow deck, and they need to keep it at the hand of it. So earlier on, I was playing a Fire King deck, of the newest archetype, and they played Onslaught the Fire Kings, and they summoned that blooming Garnuix monster, tried to attack Esadari, I went damage dead and flipped this, and he died.
Yeah, so another attack and defense model of fire like Lance.
Yeah,
if you use that in combo with Lance as well, you can get over big monsters.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Okay,
it's absolutely fantastic. Couple of Deep Prison, just because they're great. Bottom's Trap Hole standard. Couple of Call of the Haunted, my favourite trap in the whole deck. You just catch so many people. If you attack, and it's not very, doesn't happen very often, but if they Mirror Force as opposed to Deep Prison, which some people like to play Mirror Force, you can just bring it straight back, attack.
It's good for Prisma Bestiary combo.
Yeah, Prisma Bestiary
good for
combo.
If you've got a Geyser that's killed. Yeah.
What I do is I leave, like if I go Call the Haunted, I'll just set Call the Haunted, I'll leave Geysers on the field, they'll think I'm being stupid, waste their Dark Hole, attack with a monster, set a couple of back rows, end phase, I'll flip Call the Haunted and blow up both the back rows of Geysers.
Yeah, kills off if they Veil or a rabbit and then destroy it, you can bring rabbit back.
Yeah, so people see they're coming, they think, oh fantastic, now rabbit's
as long as he doesn't draw
Rabbit's
Reborn, then you're like, Call the Haunted.
Yeah, Call the Haunted, bring out rabbit, and so many people do it. Like some people do the correct play against Rescue Rabbit and do it on the normal summon. I just bring it straight back to Call the Haunted. So that was the incorrect play against this deck.
Yeah.
Which is great. And then last couple of traps, a couple of War Chariot.
Now, why War Chariot? Because you were against those last. This is the main thing about 2013 Glads, is that War Chariot is back. Whereas in previous videos, War Chariot's been taken out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's good.
I personally agree with the decision. I just want to know your thoughts.
I don't know. I mean, it is good for things like. With these new Fire Kings coming out, they are obviously very good. To protect your back rows, protect your monsters, because they go tanky, add on those stupid monsters, and then get a free plus by sending that. I think recycling War Chariot now, I think can still be a very good combo. I mean, it obviously doesn't help so much against like Mermaid Atlanteans and things like that because they're a bit too fast. You can do Undine and stuff. Actually, yeah. you can do Undine there, but obviously the only problem is with that Megalo. If they chuck 2 Atlanteans, then they can choose which one activates first, so they can effectively dodge War Chariot because they both stack in the chain. If they're that clever. So I mean, it is a bit hit or miss to some decks, but
you can always take them out. I mean, they're good side out cards if they're not helpful.
Well, against things like Atlantis, I just play Macrocosmos instead, and it works. It works a treat. So I mean, I think it's great for things like Raikou and all that.
It's good in the main deck in first turn. Everybody has monster effects. Depending on how useful it is, you'll either leave it in or side out.
Yeah, exactly.
But everybody will use a monster effect somewhere in the game.
I mean, if you get the red deck, if you get like Insectors and things, you just completely lock people out with that with your request. Obviously, you're only playing one request.
Or lock it down with Heraclinos. Shut down Magic's traps and the monster effects.
That is beautiful doing that. Whereas, I mean, obviously you only run one quest in this, or I only run one quest in this deck because I find them a bit clumpy, and that is a little bit limiting sometimes. But I don't like a quest enough to warrant running 2.
Okay.
So those are the traps. They're quite good. I like the traps. But yeah. So we go into the extra deck. I mean, this is just a thrown together extra deck at the moment. I like a couple of guys for us. One Herc and one...
Two.
I'd say I had two Exodari. The Florida one only played one, but I like to have two just for a bit of backup. I think three's overkill.
Yeah.
I've never... I think maybe in one out of the hundreds of games I've had this game, I've had to run three, but it's not worth it. So just stick with two. One Stardust, that's literally just Stardust. Although the Florida one did not run Stardust Dragon, and he had Starlight Road, which I don't really.
Well, you can. It just means that he didn't summon Stardust Dragon.
But then why not just have Huge Revolution is over because it's a counter trap and it can't be Solemn Warning. I don't understand the logic, but there you go. Maybe the Dual Network one just didn't put it on. The Levier, bring back Bestiary.
Because you can do it with, say, Retiary and Test Tiger or something like
that.
Yeah.
Well, you don't make rank 3s very often with this deck, but obviously it is possible.
Would you ever use Tour Guide in this deck?
I did use Tour Guide when it was at 3, obviously because it comboed very well with Rescue, but I find that with Tour Guide, I was winning without the Gladiator Beasts, and that obviously takes away that. Plus,
you may as well just run Dino Rabbit or something like that.
Exactly, that's kind of why I switched over to Dino Rabbit, because I mean you might as well just not play with the Gladiator Beasts.
Got you.
Plus, you'd be surprised how quickly the deck fills up when you put in 2 Rabbit, 3 Andal, 2 Tour Guide, 1 Sangan, and potentially 1 Night Assailant as well. You know, there's mostly monsters gone. You've got no room for any Gladiator Beasts.
Yeah.
Maybe just one of each, but it's not worth doing it when it gets like that.
Yeah, I got you. And then it makes things like Horn of the Phantom Beast dead because you're not drawing the Gladiator Beasts.
Yeah, and you're just stalling out with Zen mains.
Yeah,
and that's it. So that's my logic. I did like Torgo when it was at 3. I thought it was fantastic because you could just spam Rescue Rabbit again and again and again and again just by making it Esadaris. But I don't like Tour Guide.
No,
personally,
no, because it kills the ratio. Okay, I can understand that.
Zen, this guy, I don't really like him, but I paid money for him, so
yeah, he's in there for now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can get out an Andal if you want to tag or
level 4 Earth or Beast. Oh, Earth
yes,
Warrior
that's
or
Darius
Beast
or Andal. It's very situational, but obviously it's
it'd be the first thing.
Tagging.
It'd be the first thing to go when something else comes out, like Blackhorn.
Oh yeah. I don't think I'll be using it very often, but he is quite a good tech card. Obviously, it's again quite hard to summon.
I'm quite weak.
I'm quite weak. Papillon, it's just fantastic. It steals games. That thing stole a game as well.
Yeah.
Against you.
And I'm the one that suggested it. I said, you can make Gang OK Boy. I can, he said, and detached to 800.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have won that anyway because I drew rubbish next to it. So you had game anyway, but.
Yeah. I like Abyss Dweller. Oh, no, actually, I don't think I've got any waters in there.
The Retiary. You can't make it. 3.
Oh, maybe I won't play Abyss Dweller actually.
Trade it with you.
No, I bet Dino Rabbit. I suppose it is quite good for things like Dark Order, Atlanteans and stuff.
Just because you haven't got a water monster doesn't mean the effect still doesn't activate. No. It just doesn't gain 500. But you've got so many attack and defense modifiers and traps anyway, you can keep them on the field. Whereas with things like my hero deck, I need the fact that it's a water monster. Really.
Yeah.
Go.
Shockmaster.
Brilliant.
I don't like it very much in this deck.
Yeah, but you don't summon level 3s as often as I do.
Level 4s.
4s.
No.
The only thing you could do is double rabbit and then Call the Horn to get back another.
That's what I mean. It's just like it's very hard to do. But obviously, when you do it, if you do it against a deck like against you, if I call Magic, that's end game for you. Maestro, just 'cause it's fantastic, and a gem like Pearl, not Utopia.
Again,
I don't like Utopia.
No, I don't.
It's just like Utopia.
I like Utopia.
To delay the inevitable.
I like Utopia and Utopia Ray, but only when I'm running Solemns and things.
Interpretive Dimension.
So
it's brilliant. Yes, that's the extra deck at the moment. Obviously, it's going to chop and change. I'm probably going to review the XEs.
I mean, the top row are the good cards. The bottom row are the ones, maybe Cowboy.
Yeah, I mean, Pavlov would stay, Cowboy would stay, Shockmaster, that it's a Dweller, and I think MX7 Invoker would be the first things to go.
Yeah, but you wouldn't cry if Shockmaster or something come out.
No, I'm not bothered about Shockmaster really. I'd be glad to see it goes, means other people can't use it against me. So that's at the moment. Obviously, the side deck, I'm going to
wait until April and I might buy myself an ultra rare one, but
I want an ultra rare one.
If not, then I'm not going to buy one now because it may well get banned.
Food for thought with the side deck, triple Macrocosmos because it's just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's still a work in progress.
I've got to find the right ratio with Macrocosmos because obviously I would take out Call the Haunted, so I'd lose a lot of the power cards in my deck. So that's the only thing I've got to find the right ratio. I'd probably Thunder King, Snowman Eater Maxi.
Nobleman? Crossout?
No. Kind of. A triple MST, possibly Dust. I was quite interested with the Florida deck that ran double Mirror Force on the side deck. So that's a possibility to replace the
But you test that out and see how it goes.
Yeah, I will have a play around with this deck and see if I can make them top tier.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Luke. And that's Gladiator Beast 2013, guys.
Woo!
Cheers.